So my cousin's baby shower is coming up tomorrow, so as always I am very last minute at gift shopping. I am going now to pick up her gift. I ordered moccasins a while ago, so I'm giving her a pair of moccasins, and then I'm gonna pick up a few more things from Babies R Us.
Happy Saturday.
So I picked up a few things for the shower. I got this adorable little onesie, has little teepees on it and a fox, and I thought it would go great with these little moccasins. They are suede with a little white trim. They're so cute. And then I just got a few sets of different size onesies that we're gonna decorate for the shower. So it should be a lot of fun. It has been a while since I have done an update. So basically where I'm at now in the surrogacy process is I had my medical and psychological evaluations done. I passed both. Everything looks great. I'm ready to go. The only thing is they didn't find immunity to the chickenpox vaccination in my blood, so I did have to get that done. So that pushed the process back just a little bit. I got one of the chickenpox boosters about 2 or so weeks ago, so I have to wait a little less than 2 weeks for the second one. Once I show them proof of immunization to the chickenpox, then they will give me my medical clearance. And we have already started the contract phase. They gave me a list of attorneys and I did some research. I picked my top 2 and sent my case manager the top 2 attorneys that I would like to work with. I'm hoping that I do get the first choice. She had amazing credentials. All of the contracts are going to be done over the phone and through fax, so I don't have to go in. It should be a fairly easy process. Like I mentioned before, myself and the intended parents, we're all basically on the same page for anything, so there really shouldn't be any conflict. The contract should basically just be signed, looked over, sent back, and then as soon as the contracts are done, we get to start the medication. Now, my fertility doctor did put me on birth control in the meantime while I wait to start the Lupron and all of that. The birth control she put me on is, I don't know how to pronounce it, Eanes. It looks like this. So I'm supposed to take this regularly as you do take birth control. So I will stop taking that once I do the embryo transfer. That way they can kind of manipulate my cycle and be able to do the transfer whenever we want. On the IP side of it, the donor already had her eggs extracted. They are frozen eggs, and they're all ready to go. So as soon as I start the medication, then we get to do the embryo transfer. So I'm very excited. We are aiming for the transfer to be the beginning to middle of October. I'm just really excited and I want it to get started. I think waiting is the hardest part because there's so much anticipation built up, and I can't wait for them to be able to start their family, and I'm so happy that I get to be a part of that and that they chose me to carry their child for them. The birth control I'm taking, I have had some side effects. Before this, I had Neplon, which they put in my arm, so it was a permanent birth control that I had for 3 years. That doesn't have any side effects, so it has been a bit of adjustment going back to the pill. I've noticed I've had a lot more breakouts and spots on my face. I haven't gained much weight, but it has made me gain a little bit of weight. Other than that, I haven't really had any headaches or anything too crazy, so I'm grateful for that. My boyfriend does say I have mood swings, so I don't know if that's a side effect, but if it is, I just blame it on the birth control. So I used to enjoy reading very much. Once I had my daughter, I stopped reading as much just because when you have a child, their priorities and needs come before yours, and I didn't find much time to myself to do the things I used to do, like read. Now that she's older, I have a lot more time to do things that I used to like to do. She goes to school. She just started transitional kindergarten, so she's gone for 4 hours out of the day, which is nice to have that time to get cleaning done, errands done. I think taking some time out of your day to devote to yourself and give yourself time to do things that you like to do is very necessary, whether that be taking that time if your child goes to school, or if you have a husband or a boyfriend or a family member that can watch your child for you just a couple hours, maybe once a month at least. My sister-in-law gave me about 4 books. They're all based on parenting and new ways to parent, tips on parenting. One of the books that my sister-in-law gave me I'm really enjoying. I haven't completely finished it yet, but I tend to not be able to put it down. It is Positive Parenting by Rebecca Eanes. Basically, this book just talks about positive parenting and ways to, I would say, tips to raise your child where you don't have to yell or punish. Discipline is talked about in a way that you don't have to spank or put your child in timeout. It's more of a peaceful type of parenting view. Not only does it talk about ways to parent, but it also gives a bunch of tips on ways to better your relationship with your partner. I thought that was really cool. A lot of parents have different parenting views and different ideas on the way they want to parent, and parents can have very different views on the way they would like to raise their child. So it sheds some light on ideas on ways to work with your partner and come to an agreement on certain parenting styles. It also gives some examples and some tips of ways to make sure that you stay connected with your couple, because as many of you probably know, once you have a child, it's kind of hard to keep the relationship you had before you had the child, such as going on dates or whatever that may be, intimacy. So it's a very good book and I highly recommend it. If anyone would like to read a book on parenting, it's very positive messages, and other books that I got, when I read them, I will report on them and recommend them if they're good or if they're very different than this. I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked too much into the other ones. This was just the one she recommended I should read first. And once again, it's Positive Parenting by Rebecca Eanes. Also, I wanted to touch on the fact that my computer was broken, so it's been a while since I have updated you on the surrogacy process, and I kind of want to go in a different direction with my YouTube videos. They're not all going to be like this. I want to start vlogging my day more. Also, I'm working on a video, and it is back to school haul. My daughter started transitional kindergarten, and we got a bunch of new clothes and school supplies, so I thought it would be fun to make a video on that. So that should be coming up soon. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And thank you all for watching.